Let's try this one last time, man. This is Joe Gill, here to talk to you about Lima, Peru. I keep doing these videos and they're too damn long. Anyway, I'm going to get right to it. Look, researched a bunch of massage parlors. There was only really one, just kind of in the Miraflores area. The other ones, there's more, but they're kind of outside. They're going to cost you a cab ride. Don't walk to this massage parlor and stuff, or spa. It's called the Emporio. E-M-P-A-R-O. Emporio. No, I think it's E-M-P-O-R-I-O. Emporio Spa. The other ones are just too far. They're kind of more outside Miraflores. This one's in, but don't try to walk to it. You'll probably get lost. It might cost you about a $5 cab ride to get there and back. I'll discuss taxis and transportation later on. But this place was generally overpriced, expensive. They had an upstairs area with a bunch of rooms, and you pay $100 for a half an hour. That covered the girl. I'm assuming everything, sex, oral, and all that, for the gal for a half an hour, or it was $150 for an hour, which I sort of opted out to do. The place opened at 2 o'clock. However, the girls really didn't arrive till around 4. And just so you know, by the time 4 or 4:15 comes around, there's about 4, maybe 5 girls to hanging out and for you to select from. But I opted out. I didn't want to pay it or whatever. There's not too much to Lima. There's not too many options. You got 2 other options. The other 2 options are Freelance girls over at Pizza Street and some of the nightclubs or discotheques. Now, there's about 2 or 3 discotheques. We're 2 actually on Pizza Street. There's one on the other side of Kennedy Park, which is called Tequila Rocks. I actually went in there, and the girls in there, or I hit up a girl. She wanted 120. Now, you sort of have a choice. You can either take the girl back to your hotel room, or there was a hotel that I guess you can pay for a short time, which is about $25 or whatever. That's what the girl was saying. So, again, it was $120, and, I sort of opt out. And there's other discotheques. There's one on Pizza Street that goes up several flights of stairs. It's just like a doorway with a stairway. You'll see it because Pizza Street, and then there's another street parallel to it, like going north and south. Pizzas going this way, called Berlin. And there's a bunch of bars and stuff like that, and that's kind of the freelancers sort of hang out on the street. I'll get to them in a second. And then there's kind of like dance places. And inside, the girls in there are more or less working girls. But from what I gathered, from what I heard, is that they ask for like 100 plus. As far as the time, I don't know. It could be anywhere from a half an hour to an hour or whatever. Freelance girls are a different story. I was with a couple, different ones, the girls out on the street. Now, this street, pizzas and all that, the bars, they don't get going until, they open up like between 9 and 10, and they probably don't get going until probably maybe around 11 or 12, and even then it didn't seem like it was really super busy down there. Now, the freelance girls, you can either find them on your own, or most likely, if you're just kind of hanging out there by yourself, they'll come up and pick up on you. I took, like I said, 2 different ones on 2 different nights. First, when I came over, she said it was 150 soles or $45. And from my understanding, I thought it was for both, for everything, for touching and blowjob and, oral and intercourse. Well, she kind of pulled a little scam on a fast one on me once I got her back to the hotel. Said that the initial 150 was only for oral and touching only. She said I needed to pay her an additional 150 if I wanted intercourse, and I tried to sort of discuss with her, argue, and said, that's, I don't recall that was the agreement or whatever. So she pulled a fast one, and then I said, no way, and I said, forget it. And after her hesitant to really want to perform oral on me and all that and crap for a long period of time, she lowered her price to around 70, an extra 100 soles, and I ended up paying 70 basically to have sex, and then she gave me a little suck to get me going. And then that was that. Then a couple nights later, I met another freelance. Her name was Debbie. I met a girl named Yolanda, but she wanted to go and spend the night with me, stay the whole night, and she would have charged me $100. And I thought, okay, well, well, I don't know about that. And I told her I just didn't feel up to it. I said to call me the next morning, which was Sunday. That was the day before I had to leave. Well, she never called me the next morning, so I just figured she flaked. And then when the nighttime came, I went and had dinner, came home from dinner, and I just thought, I'm not going to go out. I kind of wanted to have one last romp in the hay, roll in the hay, or romp in my bed, get laid one more time before I left. But I just didn't feel up to actually going down the pizza street and pick up a freelance and do it. But what's funny is I get settled in. 15 minutes later, my phone rings, and it's Yolanda, the girl who was supposed to call me. She's actually there. So the concierge brings her up to my hotel room, and then I say, is that offer for $100 for the whole night? Do you want to stay the night? And to me, it was more worth my time, because it was earlier in the evening. It was barely 8 o'clock. And I thought, if I'm going to pay for a girl to stay the whole night, I'd rather have the night start off at, instead of midnight or 11:30 or 11 p.m. and midnight, I'd rather it start at like 7 or 8 at night, which it did. So, but I offered her 300 soles, and which was $90, and she stayed the night, and I hit her 3 times, twice that night, and then once the morning after. I told her that she had to kind of get up and get going and get out of there because I had to catch a plane because I was leaving to go home. Now, this was interesting. The hotel I was at is obviously Girlfriendy. They let me have women, but they charge for overnight sleepovers. So right as I'm falling asleep at around 12:30 at night, 12:30, 1 o'clock, the front desk calls me and asks if my gal pal is going to spend the night. And I said, yes. They said it's an extra 50 soles for her to spend the night, 15, 16 bucks. And I thought, yeah, that's fine. I go, I'll pay it. I'll settle up with you tomorrow. So there you go. I ended up paying over $100 anyway, $105 total, to have her stay the night, but that's fine. So, that's basically it. That covers the women. I mean, you really have just a couple of choices, and, there's no daytime play or daytime mongering. You have to do it after 9 o'clock at night, or unless if you go to that massage, that Emporio Spa, you'll have to look it up online and look up the address. And like I said, it's kind of confusing to find. I would suggest just taking a cab. And of women. Now let me get back to hotels and stuff like that. Here's where I recommend you stay. Best Western Plus. Best Western Stuff, Jose Del Arco Hotel is what it's called. When you're looking it up on like Hotwire or whatever, Expedia, whatever, hotels.com, whatever you use to book a hotel. Basically, it's right here on the map. It's right there on Jose Del Arco Street, and then you go straight up, and then Kennedy Park and Pizza Street is all right here. So, you just got a straight shot up the street, which is Jose Del Arco. And the walking distance time is about maybe 15, 20 minutes to get there. And I just have a bad ankle, so I got tired of walking up and down the street. But if you don't mind walking, it's very close. And it's safe, of course, to walk around at night. You're not going to get mugged or jumped or anything like that. And like I said, I recommend staying there. Problem is there's no pool. You can either stay there or down a couple places down. There's the Marriott. Well, that's a big posh hotel, and they got a swimming pool. So if you feel like you can afford to spend a few bucks, I would stay there. So it has breakfast, and it is, like I said, kind of girl-friendly. The concierge, they allow it. Like I said, if you stay at the Best Western, they'll charge you $15 for a sleepover and all that. And hate to say, like after it's only nighttime at night, after 9 o'clock, you just got to go down by Berlin, Pizza Street, Kennedy Park area, and pick yourself up a gal there. Now, transportation, I never thought I would say this, but is really excellent there. That's the best thing about Lima, Peru. Taxis are going to run you around 10 soles. Definitely, I would say from Best Western or the Larcomar Mall, I would not pay more than 10, which is about $3. That's all it should cost you, day and night. And if a cab driver charges you more, like 15 soles or 12 or whatever, you can either accept it or just tell them no, tell them 10, and just move on. There's tons of cabs there. But there, believe it or not, there's buses. There's buses that go down Jose del Arco, go up to a street called Diez Canseco, which is across from Kennedy Park. And you can just cut across the courtyard there and go. And then, of course, right out in front of Pizza Street, I don't know what the street is, but there's a bus stop there. You'll see it. And you can catch a bus actually going back to your hotel, or you can just take a cab. The buses will run you around 50 cents, more or less 50, 60 cents for a one-way trip. About 1 sol is 50, and then, like I said, 10 soles is what a cab, right, which is about $3. Or, like I said, you can hoof it. You can walk it. Again, that area around Jose del Arco, it's right by the beach. The beach shouldn't cost you more than 10 soles to get there and back. But yeah, I normally don't recommend taxi cabs, but they're very fair, they're very honest, they're very inexpensive. They don't try to scan you, calm you, beg you, or bust your balls for a tip and all that crap. They're very fair and easy. The most expensive cab ride you'll take is probably from the airport to and from. You're probably gonna drop about $18 to $20, about 55, 60 soles to get to and from Lima Airport. So just figure $40 to go round trip cab fare from the airport, and that's probably the most expensive. Anyway, that basically sums it up for Lima. Other than that, until next time, adios, sayonara. Sayonara, until next time, I will talk to you more, and may all your fornications and copulations and sticky wickies be happy and satisfying. Talk to you later. Bye.